I'm Oliver Coy.
I'm Jad Jafar. Welcome to the Forward Focus. Today, we're going to the No Kings protest in downtown Atlanta, a protest about President Trump's policies and actions that he's currently taking as the newly elected 47th president of the United States. This protest is also mainly about the military parade that Trump is conducting in Washington, D.C., funded directly by taxpayer money. We're going to make sure that we go into Atlanta as objective as possible, making sure that we hear everyone's voices, amplifying especially young voices.
As this is our first video, we want to do a small introduction. We're the Forward Focus. We're the entire team behind it. So we'll be going in person, doing non-biased interviews, and we'll be doing segments, mini docs, and many different things like short form content, updates, news.
Thank you so much for tuning in. This is just the start, and we promise you we will amplify young voices as much as possible and make a change in today's climate.
About the protest, it's in the middle of Atlanta, so it's downtown Atlanta. It's right next to the Capitol building.
I think it's going to be pretty good for sure. Hopefully it stays peaceful as possible.
Yeah, we're going to try to find some Trump supporters. We're going to try to find some people who disagree with us, So we're going to try to hear every single point, as that's the best way to go about it.
And lastly, I'll say we're trying to really show the pride of Atlanta, what these people really believe, and just how strong they are about their beliefs and their willingness to fight against this current government.
As we arrived, the crowd energy was very good. The speaker already had the people chanting for change. Everything was peaceful until the Proud Boys, a registered terrorist group in Canada and New Zealand, started to split the crowd as they walked through. That's literally all they did, walking through for like a photo op, I guess. And as you can imagine, the crowd didn't respond nicely to that.
Downtown Atlanta is absolutely rocking today. As you can see, we got the Capitol building here. Reports say that there's over 5,000 people here at this protest today. We look at all types of different signs, so many different political ideologies. Look at over here, this AI generated sign. I know that's ChatGPT, brother. That's crazy. We have this guy over here preaching a sermon.
So actually, this guy wasn't preaching sermons. This guy was actually trying to use the Bible to justify homophobia. Yeah, not cool, bro. He's the antagonist for today's video, but we'll get more on that later.
Hello, sir. It's great to meet you. What brings you here today?
The shit show that's happening right now with our president and with ICE and all of it.
Gotcha. Can you explain more about what your sign means?
Abolish ICE. It's get rid of ICE. Our country's made up of immigrants, and that's how it formed, and that's what keeps the country great.
What are some ideas, if you have any ideas, of easier pathways to citizenship for people, stuff like that?
I think have a system that actually works. Instead of spending so much money on kicking people out, work on the immigration system and how people can access citizenship.
What do you say to the people that say things like, if they're illegals by any means, they have to be deported, people that are for mass immigration? What's your argument against that?
It's ridiculous. If you want to say go after criminals, okay, but they need due process of law. And also you can't just scoop up workers and people that are paying taxes and being part of our society.
Why are you guys here today?
My grandma and grandpa are immigrants.
Where are your grandpa and grandma from?
Africa, Ghana.
Oh, wow. Have your grandparents, or sorry, your parents, I was going to say, been affected by ICE or immigration offices or
They're
anything
much
like that?
older. We're here because my parents on the civil rights movement, his parents are immigrants and he's first generation. So we really wanted to instill our kids. We moved to Atlanta in 2020 because of the Black Lives Matter movement. We were inspired by it, and we go to everything we can. And we see our friends whose parents may or may not, I don't know their status, at school. We're afraid they're going to come into the school every day, so that's why we're here.
What brings you out here today?
The fact that our country's kind of falling apart, and I wake up having a panic attack every day. Other than that, everything's great.
They're saying, no king, no monarchy, we believe in democracy. I think that's a very strong message. It's nice to meet you. My first question will be, what do you think about Trump's current response about what's going on in Gaza, Iran, places like that in the Middle East?
I think his silence is extremely loud. I think that he's deliberately trying to not mention it in order to encourage us to maybe forget about it or ignore it. I think it's a tactic, using anti-Semitism as an excuse. I think that's his angle.
and what do you have to say to all the pro-Israelis?
I think that you are not wrong to care about people in a desperate situation. I think that you are not wrong to want people to live like together and to have a home. But I think that saying that people are anti-Semitic or anti-Israeli for wanting Palestinians to have their rightful home in their religious land is just evil. It's evil, and that's my opinion on that.
I'm with the Revolutionary Council of America, and we're out here organizing people to help fight against the ruling class.
I was like, so it looks like you're pro-communism. Why is that?
Well, I mean, what is better than a workers' government under workers' control to fight back against the rich, to get rid of a class in society, to fight for no borders and democracy for all?
As a communist, is there any politician in America right now that comes even close to having near the same views that you do?
Absolutely not. Bernie Sanders, for example, like you could say that he was for the workers at a certain point, but what did he do in 2016? He capitulated to the Democrats so that he could win the election when he should have formed a third party for the working class. We don't have anyone in this country that truly represents us at the moment. No, that's why we're building a party from the ground up right now with our party.
Thank you so much. Yeah. This lady over here has been leading these protest chants for a while now. I have to admire the effort. She's leading a crowd in a great way. This protest has been active since earlier this morning. It said it was supposed to start at 10 a.m., but we got here even before that and weren't even able to get into the main area over there. That just shows you that Atlantans' dedication to civil rights, stemming all the way back from the civil rights movement, when you have people like John Lewis, MLK, and it still stays here today, as you can see. Right outside the Capitol. Thank you so much for being here with me today. What's your name?
Madison.
Nice to meet you. I was going to say, what brings you out here today?
I think that it's really important that we exercise our First Amendment right, our right to speech, peacefully assemble, and we need to keep fighting for it in order to keep it.
I see that here you have a double-sided sign with 2 Bible verses. Could you explain that to me?
Yes, this first one's from Zechariah 7:9-10. Administer true justice, show mercy, compassion. Do not oppress the widow, the fatherless, the foreigner, or the poor. I think it's what we need to follow. I think sometimes people misquote the Bible. And I think this really speaks to who Jesus would have been as a person, and that's what we as a country need to move forward, regardless of if you're Christian. And this other side, Matthew 7:15, watch out for false prophets. They come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ferocious wolves. Our current president is a man in sheep's clothing, when really inside he absolutely is a ferocious wolf. I think it's really important that we continue to fight for our right to speech, and by being here, we're doing so.
Trump supporters, we are struggling to find a Trump supporter to interview. It looks like there is none out here today. Oh, we gotta go get this guy. Okay.
Hey. Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. God bless you, sir.
Go fuck yourself.
God bless you. Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. No way comes to the...
That was quite the scene we had there. Maybe the closest we've gotten to violence at this protest, as far as we've seen. What the heck? That was pretty crazy.
Wheel of home. Where's the wheel of home? It is a prophecy in the Bible. Jesus Christ loves you all. God bless you all. Jesus Christ loves you all. But you must repent of your sin. You must repent of your sin while you still have the sin.
I love the gays. 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 I love the gays.
Claiming that homosexuality is a sin, preaching against people here, talking that America will fall. Nobody knows where he stands. He's not interested in his point of view. Watch him while we talk over him, while we show what we stand for over here in Atlanta. This is not it. Although Jesus Christ is love, you have the right to believe in what you want to believe in. Coming here and preaching like this in this situation is not right. Don't do this. He's been harassing us for a minute now. He jumped up there earlier, up there, with his microphone screaming, saying that homosexuality was a sin, being rude to people, being disrespectful. We do not stand for this in America. We do not stand for this. Never going to stand for this. He needs to go. See the people here screaming at him because he's wrong. It looks interesting, but he is wrong.
Why are you out?
Jesus Christ.
You out here for Jesus Christ?
Yes, sir.
What do you think that has to do with this protest, though?
The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few, the Bible says. The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. We're called to be on commission to bring as many souls to Christ as we can. And that's what my purpose in life is. Jesus Christ loves you all. Jesus Christ loves you all.
He's just out here to interrupt. It's about him. That's all. He's distracted from us. Don't give him the mic.
Look at this poster over here, guys. Wow, hold on. Look at that JD Vance poster. If we can get a view on the that's the side of Trump. I think we saw this earlier. We got a VeggieTales tweet. Crowd is dispersing a little bit. We might be blocking the street. Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. We're gonna block it. This is getting crazy, guys. But luckily, it's been a mostly peaceful protest. Earlier, when we had the big conflict between the Christian and homophobic, some might say, preacher, just arguing with people. Have these protests remained peaceful?
Oh, yeah. That's what we like.
Thank you so much for keeping this community safe, sir.
Y'all continue to protest peacefully and have a good one, all right?
Thank you so much. Marching down the avenue. Marching down. Still in search for any Trump supporter. Not able to find one yet.
We're not going to find one, just give up.
I don't know if we'll ever be able to find one, guys. We're trying. Look at that. Tons of people across the bridge. As we march all the way down the street here in downtown Atlanta. My kink is karma, it says. 8647, which is a code for killing the president, the 47th president. Yeah.
Pretty controversial statement right there.
It's a pretty controversial statement. I think that no matter your political views, you shouldn't call for the assassination of any human being. At the end of the day, he's still someone with a family.
Death penalty, so
Right.
I can't wish death upon no one.
Right. Trump is 5'8", we have here. Yeah, hold on, guys. You're saying Trump is 5'8"?
Yeah, don't believe what the news says. It's true.
We're going all the way down. We went from way back there to where I can't even zoom in, all the way over here. It's a very persistent group of protesters. We're going all the way. Looks like nobody's going to be able to drive in this part of downtown.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Very nice to meet you, by the way. What does your sign mean?
Just talking about the morality of human rights versus political. It's not political, it's a moral issue, ethical issue. People are being deported, detained, removed from their families without any due process. That's illegal, it's against the law. People have human rights before you have any political rights as a country.
They're saying, hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. Famous chant that originated all the way back in 2017 when people had a lot of discontent with Trump's border policies. Many people thinking that he was demonizing immigrants when he had that famous quote saying they're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're grape. You can finish that. But yeah, that's one of the most OG chants you can really get at an anti-Trump protest.
I'm on the camera now. Yo, the movement in Atlanta is definitely awake. A bunch of American flags, upside down American flags, backwards American flags. We got regular American flags with the LGBTQ, you know. Obviously, a lot of people out here in solidarity with the Free Palestine movement. A lot of people want the abolishment of ICE. People stuck in their damn houses. That would piss me off, not gonna lie. This is how movement is felt, you know. You stop the machine from running, and changes must happen before the machine runs again.
Car making that effort to come through a big crowd. Wow. You say, my boy right here, always starting chants. This might be the MVP right here, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think this protest has been successful today?
I hope so. I mean, it's hard to know what's going to affect people in the future or their ways of thinking, but I hope if enough people come out and we can raise awareness, we'll get some minds changed, or if not changed, we'll at least wait till they die off, and then the next generation will be a lot better.
Look, the cars, you got to stand down for democracy. I'm sorry, vehicles, but it's more important. This is what the founding fathers envisioned. This is what John F. Kennedy, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, it's what all of them envisioned.
what the veterans fight for. It's what the police protect.
I think you can be on any part of the political spectrum and still find some good in this, no matter what you believe about President Trump. We got the Martin Luther King Center over here. Martin Luther King Center over here, the King Center. I like that cool shrine over there. It says liberty, rights. Atlanta is really just a protesting city, especially when it comes to civil rights. It's really what the city's built on. So this is everything about this is usual. We're looking to wrapping things up. I think the protest energy was absolutely spectacular today. They're still going on, as we can see here. It's like they don't stop. It's all the way down. We've walked about 5 miles, maybe, gotten hours of footage that we're gonna have to skim through. This is incredible.
We've been here since 10 o'clock and we're leaving, 12:30, 12. Yeah, they're still marching, still protesting, you know.
We got to talk to as many people as we could with different ideological viewpoints on certain subjects. Sadly, no conservatives really, besides just the one Christian guy that we keep citing. I think that might have been like the climax of the video. That was absolutely incredible. That was crazy.
That was pretty crazy, but this march is even crazier. I mean,
true though, no, this march, it's never ending. Sadly, we were still getting our recording equipment out when Proud Boys walking through and getting absolutely hounded by all of the protesters, but they walked through. I'm not sure what they were doing here. Yeah.
They wanted attention. That's why they wanted attention.
Well, attention, come over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still got more signs.
So
No king, no dictator, no oligarchs. Silence, not an option.
All right. So we heading back now.
Yeah, we're heading back.
All right. See ya.
Damn.
No fashion.
Hella people. Jeez, man. We got hella people already.
It's the Capitol building right there.
Capitol right there. No.
No copyright.
All together. Immigrants are welcome here.
No.
We welcome all.
That could be like a blooper. Oh, we get to freely walk in the street.
Yeah, you got creative mode during the protest. You got, look here, we just really walking. If you made it all the way here, that means you liked the video. So you'll probably like the rest of our content. So you probably should subscribe and hit the like button.